planets. Now the sun. The sun brings light, brings vitality, brings energy, brings attention to. You know what I'm saying? So it brings enlightenment and brings the way a person sees things and what a person actually want to see and what others may see from this person. So the sun right here, the sun doesn't like to be here. The sun is at work here. Because when the sun wants to express the energy, wants to see things, wants to be enlightened, and want to express the way it feels, and wants to enlighten others on how it see things, it has to relate here. It has to communicate here. It has to analyze here. It has to think before actions. So the sun, that's why the sun doesn't like to be here. But there's a positive and negative into everything. So the positive here is the sun gets to be enlightened on new ways of thinking, new ways of analyzing, new ways of communication. 1 second. I'm in the middle of a video. I'm in the middle of a video. But yeah, the sun. Yeah, you good. Now the sun. Now with the sun being here, it's going to illuminate and shine, and it's going to put you in the right, proper perspective when it comes to seeing new ways of communicating, analyzing the details and the ramifications. This might take a minute. The ramifications of the broad, the broad perspective of how you communicate with people. It can have you enlightened about humanitarian issues. It can have you enlightened about new ways of how to and interpret, analyzing people you know and may not know. It can have you enlightened on how to assess people, like associates and people that you don't know when you're conducting yourself in the public. Like, different communication styles when you're dealing with people in the public arena. Like you may have went to the mall or going somewhere that you don't usually go, or just in the public in general. Basic people interactions, communication styles, the way they think and the way they analyze, you're able to pick up on these things. You're able to see that first, all people. And this is what people may see from you first. This is what people may see from you also. So be aware of that. So a lot of times you may be people may think you sort of unique in a type of way. You got a unique way of communication in some type of way. People see you as being a social butterfly. A lot of times people may see you stubborn, but a lot of people may see you as putting everybody on the same playing field. It's like you don't look at. You're enlightened about humanity in general and how to communicate amongst all people, because it's the house before the 12th house, subconscious. But it's the thinking, it's the collective conscious on the thinking level, not the collective conscious on the emotional level. So right here, with the sun here, you're gonna have you have an understanding of how to communicate with the collective conscious as a whole. So you may even look at family, friends, and even associates all the same, on the same even playing field. You know what I'm saying? You don't treat one person more than the other. Now when you got the moon in the 11th